Could Penang be the perfect retire abroad destination for you? Well, my wife and I were there earlier this year, and I must say that there is so much to love. So let's take a deeper look at some important topics such as lifestyle, cost of living, healthcare, and so on to help aid you in your decision. First up is more about the Malaysian state called Penang and why it's so attractive. Geographically, it's split into two areas, the island and mainland. The multicultural capital is called Georgetown and located on the island portion. Penang is also known as Malaysia's food capital, and for good reason too. People from all around Malaysia and the world come here to try out the diverse and fresh foods. More to come on this topic later. And in retirement, you'll be sure to find many delicious foods and desserts. You'll experience a vibrant, colorful atmosphere with gorgeous wall murals, have access to many high-quality hospitals, and witness infrastructure improving at a rapid rate. You'll also get a feel for what life was like many years ago with the many beautiful colonial-type buildings and Chinese clan houses. So you could say there's a nice blend of the old and new. Just a 45-minute plane ride can get you to the nation's capital, Kuala Lumpur. If you go by car, it's 4.5 hours. And just an hour plane ride away from places like Singapore and Phuket, Thailand. Some fun things to do include hopping on the CAT free shuttle service, which has 19 stops where you can check out many historical and cultural sites in Penang. You can visit iconic places such as Little India, Fort Cornwallis, the Blue Mansion, etc. There's also the #1 theme park in Malaysia with over 30 games and activities called Escape Park. Then of course, there are always ways to enjoy the nature by visiting the stunning mountains, waterfalls, and taking in the ocean and beach life. We definitely notice that life tends to be more chill and laid back in Penang compared to the busy and more crowded lifestyle felt in KL or Kuala Lumpur. This tends to be a very attractive reason for why people choose Penang as a retirement paradise. You'll have all the accommodations you need and a laid-back lifestyle. As for the climate, friends, it is tropical, so yes, you can enjoy taking in the sun with warm weather year-round, which also makes it easier to make and keep your outdoor plans. Here's a nice chart showing the climate data for Penang with each month of the year. We can see there are some months with more rainy days, which can actually be quite refreshing to cool off from the heat. On to cost of living. The cost of living tends to be extremely affordable, especially when compared to the USA. It's also more affordable compared to the nation's capital, Kuala Lumpur, especially when it comes to housing costs. Many couples have been able to get by on budgets ranging from $1,500 to $2,500 USD per month, some even less than $1,500 a month, but let's go with more to give you a nice buffer. The biggest factor will be your living space and location, so a single individual's budget can be around $1,000 to $1,500 a month, which should offer a comfortable lifestyle with nice accommodations. Eating out also tends to be very cheap. For example, I got this delicious chicken for 10 Malaysian ringgit, which is just over $2. Ice cream for under $1, toothpaste for just $1, and so on. I think you get the idea here. Let's talk medical costs. For health insurance, there are plans as low as $30 a month, but can go up based on your individual needs. A basic medical center visit could cost as low as $10 US, a consultation with a specialist around $40. A basic coverage plan with a private health insurance company could cost as low as $400 a year. There are other international companies that you could check out as well with plans for expats. Now, rent tends to be the largest expense, and you're looking at around $300 to $700 a month depending on your location. My wife and I really like the waterfront apartments, which seem quite luxurious, but it would probably fall on the more expensive side. For utilities, it can range anywhere from $27 to $60 a month, and we can see that if you're looking to buy a place in Georgetown, the most common price range is from around 500,000 to 1 million Malaysian ringgit, which is only around 100 to 200,000 US dollars. Be mindful, however, that there are purchase price minimums depending on your visa type. I cover this topic on other videos on my channel. Feel free to check them out if interested. Next up on our list, friends, is access to high quality healthcare. According to the Numbeo Healthcare Index in 2024, Malaysia is ranked number 27 with the US behind them at 38. Along with high quality healthcare comes very competent doctors and medical staff, many of which were trained in the UK, US, or Australia. This means that many of the staff will understand medicine practice in Western countries, and a huge plus is that English is widely spoken too, so you shouldn't have any issues communicating with your doctors your needs. There are also many hospitals to choose from in Penang, and it's common to have no waiting lines when you arrive for your appointment. And one more thing, dentistry in Penang is also top-notch with professional dentists and orthopedic surgeons. On to safety. Something amazing about Malaysia is that it falls into the top 20 safest countries in the world. This is according to the Global Peace Index. We definitely felt very safe in Penang, even at night when going around and walking to a local outdoor night market with live music. Of course, it's still important to take proper precautions since petty crimes still happen, and keep in mind that Penang does attract a lot of tourists. It also tends to be safe geographically from many natural disasters such as a direct typhoon hit, but again, flooding and other things are more common, so being prepared is essential. Let's talk about the people, food, and culture that you'll experience. First off, you will notice a multicultural mix of people, foods, and cultures. The most common ethnicities include Chinese, Malay, and Indian, each with their unique customs and traditions, which then translates over into the beautiful array of delicious cuisine. From curries to broths to fresh salads, there's sure to be something you'll enjoy. My good friend from Malaysia shared with me some of the most famous dishes to try out. Chow lo tiao, which is a stir-fried rice noodle dish with veggies and can have seafood or other meats too. Laksa, a delicious spicy noodle dish. Mee goreng, a classic Malaysian-styled fried noodles, which can come in different varieties. And pasumber, Malaysian salad commonly consisting of shredded cucumber, bean curd, potatoes, bean sprouts, and some seafood. And I do apologize if I mispronounced some of those words. So in Penang, you'll be able to eat at the many food courts and roadside stalls known as hawker food. The food is cheap, convenient, and delicious. Iced desserts are on a whole nother level. We absolutely love trying out the refreshing sindel and the iced kacang. Sindel is an ice sweet dessert with green rice flour jelly in noodle shapes, coconut milk, and palm sugar syrup. It can have many different toppings. Iced kacang is a shaved ice with a variety of toppings ranging from grass jelly, red beans, fruit, and has colorful syrups and evaporated milk. And about culture, you'll be able to witness many festivals throughout the year, which keeps things exciting. We saw an Indian and a Chinese festival during our stay. Being exposed to different cultures is great for opening up one's worldview and can make us gain a deeper understanding and gratitude when building friendships and enjoying life. Now to this point, I've mentioned mostly the pros of retiring abroad in Penang, but the only major con right now that I can think of is a retirement visa MM2H still undergoing reconstruction. The details for this are covered in other videos that you're welcome to check out, but we're trying to remain hopeful that it can be finalized sooner than later. After hearing more about Penang, would you be interested in trying it out? As always, when considering a decision as big as retiring abroad, we cannot highly recommend enough visiting the country that you want to retire in. Live there for a little while and get a feel for the people, food, customs, and so on. What are some of your favorite things about Penang? Please drop a comment, click that like button, and subscribe for more content to come shortly.